Charity Field. It's the final game of the regular season between the Pittsburgh Redbirds and the Lawrence County Barons here today. Myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside Garrett Dolan, bringing you today's action. Jake Wessel will kick things off here for the Redbirds. First pitch, inside and high for a ball. Today's first pitch of game 2 at 4:28, still 81 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. First pitch today brought to you by Penn, Ohio Bottled Water. That pitch runs low and inside again. 2-0 the count. 2-1 pitch called a strike to Wessel. 2-1 now the count. Very similar lineups as game 1. More changes on the Redbird side of things compared to the Barons. We'll get to that here in a few moments. As the 2-1 pitch runs high, make it a 3-1 count. Here's the 3-1 on pop-up. Caught by Verdi behind the plate for the first out of the game. Take a look at our starting lineups here for the Pittsburgh Redbirds, brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Call to place your order at 724-656-1553. Call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game or place an order for takeout. First 6 batters, the exact same as what it was back in game 1. Jake Wessel, Dylan Barnes, Mason Metz, Malik Metcalf, Nate Persinger, Owen Smith, and then we get into a couple new players entering as this one's popped up towards right field. Bachman is there to make the catch for the second out of the inning. Danny Pedersen over at shortstop. Connor Helbling bats 8th in left field. The pitcher / DH is Cole Hammer. Nolan Bardakos behind the plate batting 10th. First pitch to Mason Metz inside for a ball. Or for a strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. Little high. Evens the count up 1-1. Count now 1-2 to Mason Metz. Nick Pirano, your starting pitcher. 3-0 record. .714 whip. Grabs this one right off the glove of Fazone and kicks out the whole way to second base where it's scooped up by Robinson. Tough play by Fazone at first base. As it kicks off the glove and over to second base, bring up Malik Metcalf, the designated hitter, in E3. First pitch fouled off by Metcalf. Defensive alignment brought to you by Madur Bonner Law, here for the 3B Barons. Community firm with a personal connection and individualized service. Demarion Young out in left field. Ben Miller in center field. Troy Bachman over in right field. Ethan Adams at third base. Jake Robinson at shortstop. Tommy Caroli at second base. Joey Fazone at first. Verdi behind the plate. Nick Pirano, your starting pitcher. Metcalf down in the count, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Gets away from Verdi. Runner takes off for second. This is a one-hopper to second as Mason Metz comes into scoring position with the stolen base, his 4th of the season. Count now 1-2. Called strike 3. First strikeout of the day for Nick Pirano. Gets out of it after the error was committed by Joey Fazone at first base. We played 1/2 innings, still scoreless here in game 2 of today's doubleheader.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my Axe driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zingleopole or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Bottom of the first inning. Here's scoreless between the Barons and the Redbirds in game 2 today's doubleheader. This is the first time since July 12th the Barons have not given up a run in the first inning. Tommy Caroli, Jake Robinson, Braden Ziegler all due up. Caroli shows bunt, gets a piece of it. So that one goes foul. Almost the exact same lineup here in game 2 for the Barons. And brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Caroli bats first, followed by Jake Robinson and Braden Ziegler. AJ Verdi at the cleanup spot. Joey Fazone bats 5th. Josh Reed at the designated hitter spot. Ben Miller bats 7th. Batting 8th, Demarion Young now into the game. Troy Bachman bats 9th. And Ethan Adams, the other new player added to the lineup, will bat 10th. Here's the pitch by Hammer. Ground ball to Metcalf at third. Long throw across the diamond in time for the first down of the inning. Defensive alignment here for the Pittsburgh Redbirds. Helbling out in left field. Jake Wessel in center field. Owen Smith in right field. Malik Metcalf at third base. Danny Pedersen at shortstop. Barnes at second. Persinger at first. Nolan Bardakos behind the plate. Cole Hammer, your starting pitcher today for Pittsburgh Redbirds. First pitch to Jake Robinson. Breaking ball there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Pitch goes outside, evens up the count 1 apiece. Barons, after the loss earlier today, go down to a 21-8-1 overall record. As Robinson connects on this one, but foul. Count goes 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on and missed to foul tip, caught by Bardakos. First strikeout on the day for Cole Hammer. 2 quick outs here in the first. Let's look at the numbers here for Cole Hammer. 15 2/3 innings pitched, 15 hits, 10 runs, 4 earned, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, and a 1.79 ERA for Cole Hammer. An 0-1 record in just his second start of the year. Ground ball by Ziegler. Diving play missed by Metcalf and went to Pedersen at short. But it's an infield single for Braden Ziegler. As it didn't matter anyways, there was no throw from the left side of the infield. So Ziegler is aboard here with 2 outs. Brings up the cleanup hitter, AJ Verdi. The extra hitter back in game 1 of the doubleheader. Now the extra hitter, the catcher in this one, as he just swapped positions with Braden Ziegler, as Ziegler is now the extra hitter. First pitch fouled back into Verdi. 0-1 the count. Hammer's going to get a new baseball. Hammer did play back on June 14th against the 3B Barons, where he pitched 4 1/3 inning pitched. Gave up 3 hits, a run, and 2 walks. Did not strike out anybody. Runner takes off. Ziegler throws back to second, and he is going to be tagged out before the pitch is even thrown. Ziegler is out heading to second, a 1-4 to end the inning. No score after 1 complete inning of play.
No two companies create the same way. Toshiba empowers the art of business by uniquely enabling businesses to work with tools designed specifically for them. In a constantly evolving world, business communication must be agile, efficient, and fast. Toshiba is the company that helps you manage it all, from paper to digital to screen and back again. Toshiba, empowering the art of business.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Back here for the top half of the second. Nate Persinger, Owen Smith, Danny Pedersen all do up the bat here in the top half of the second. First pitch by Parado runs a little bit inside of Persinger for a ball. 1-0 the count. No pitch, fastball called a strike, evens up the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Just a little bit inside, 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1. Called strike 2, back to the fastball. Ties them up 2-2. Nobody on, nobody out. No score here in Game 2 in the final regular season game of the year. Again, playoff action starts on Tuesday, but for the Barons, it will commence on Wednesday at 5:30. Here's a comebacker right up the middle and there for a base hit. A leadoff single by Nate Persinger for the leadoff single. So with that, I'm going to bring up Owen Smith here with the leadoff man aboard. Here's the first pitch. He shows bunt. He gets it back to Parano. He bobbles it. He can't make a throw off. Everybody's safe every which way around. Quickly now, 2 runners on board for Danny Pedersen as it's an infield single. Danny Pedersen. He shows bunt. He gets it down. This one's going to be picked up by Parano. Throw over to first. He's safe. Back-to-back bunts unsuccessful by Pirano to get over to first base. That loads them up. There's ducks everywhere for the Redbirds. Connor Helbling comes in with all Redbirds. He shows bunt. He gets it down, but foul. Might as well keep on going with the bunt if you have 2 infield singles via a bunt. Count is 0-1. Prado waits. Kicks and deals. High and away. Evens up the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Foul ball. 1-2 now the count. You have Persinger on third, Smith on second, Pedersen on first. Nobody out, nothing. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3. Prado gets his second K of the game and gets that all-important first down of the inning. Now Barons can turn 2. Cole Hammer up the bat. Fazone and Adams playing in. They're throwing home. Like we'll have an umpire discussion. Maybe if that was a foul ball by Helbling. I'm not exactly sure what they're talking about. And they're gonna call a balk here against Nick Pirano. That's gonna bring in a run. Everyone moves over a base. Not what you want to see. A balk brings in Persinger, moves Smith to third, Pedersen to second. Count is 0-1 to Hammer. Now evened up 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. Called strike 2. 1-2 now the count. Here's the 1-2. Ground ball. That is foul. Right down the third baseline. Just trickled foul before getting to Ethan Adams. 2 runners in scoring position for the Redbirds, up by 1. Here's the 1-2 from Pirano. Ground ball to second. Caroli has it, throw on to first in time. A run comes through to score. That's Owen Smith. Extend the Redbirds lead now to 2. It's 2-0. Pedersen moves over to third base on a sacrifice ground out by Hammer. 2 away now in the inning for Nolan Bardakos. Count now 1-1. Foul ball. So that one kicks back into Verdi. Make it a 1-2 count. Top half of the second. 2-0. 1-2 pitch. That one skips away from Verdi. He can't find it. Here comes the play at the plate. He is safe. Pedersen comes home off the passed ball. And just like that, it's Pittsburgh Redbirds 3. Barons nothing. Pitch makes it a 2-2 count to Bardakos. Barons now trail by 3. Here's the 2-2. That one as well skips away from Verdi. He can't hold on to it because that one's outside. Count runs full. Nobody on, 2 outs for Nolan Bardakos. Here's the payoff pitch. This one hit out of play and into the parking lot. We'll do it again. Here's the payoff pitch from Parano. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Parano gets Bardakos looking for the 3rd out of the inning, but the Redbirds score 3 across off of 3 hits. Strand nobody on base here in the top half of the 2nd. 1.5 complete down. Redbirds in front 3-2. You're watching collegiate level baseball on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Back here for the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Redbirds in front 3-0 over the Barons. AJ Verdine will come up back up to bat after Ziegler was thrown out, trying to advance to second base. Here's the pitch by Hammer. This is popped up into right field. A diving play and making the catch is Owen Smith in right field. That's his 2nd diving catch here today, as he did just the same thing earlier in game 1. What a catch by Owen Smith, coming in a long way for that one and making the catch. First pitch fouled back by Joey Fizzone. Oh, 1 the count. Breaking ball. Called strike 2. Here's the 0-2. Breaking ball. This one's popped up. Here in right field, Smith is there again. He will not have to dive for this one as he catches this one on the fly. So Owen Smith responsible for both outs here in the inning. Brings up Josh Reed. Next pitch to Reed. Called a strike. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball fouled out of play. 0-2 the count. Nobody on, 2 outs. Here's the 0-2. Fouled out of play. Do it again, 0-2. Hammer winds and fires. Ground ball to first base. Persinger has it. He will take it to the bag himself for the 3rd out of the inning. The sign has been retired here in the bottom half of the frame. We'll jump over to the top half of the 3rd inning. Redbirds in front, 3-0.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel's Tori Atkins as the May Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for winning her unprecedented 4th consecutive WPIL title in the 400-meter and 200-meter dash, winning 2 other district gold medals, and bringing home state gold in the 400 meters. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner as the May Red Zone Athlete of the Month, after getting gold in the 200-meter and silver in the 100-meter dash. Congratulations to Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner and Laurel's Tori Atkins, the May Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Back here for the top half of the 3rd inning. Prado winds and fires. This one gets away from Verdi. As the top of the order, doo-wop here in the 3rd for the Redbirds. 1-0 count to Jake Wessel. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs for a ball. Make it 2-0. By Pirano. Outside and gets away from Verdi again. 3-0 now the count.
Looks like Dennis Fidel might be loosening up in the bullpen.
Already 2 complete innings so far by Pirano. He fires down a 3-0 fastball right there down the middle for a strike. The sun is out and alive after many clouds out in the first game, as Wessel is walked on 5 pitches. A free pass given up by Pirano.
Well, it is interesting because you look at the sky and there's still some dark clouds out there in the distance, but we really haven't had much rain here today.
First pitch swung on and missed for a strike. 0-1 to Dylan Barnes. Pitch just a bit high and inside. Evens up the count, 1-1. One pitch. Inside again. 2-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch by Pirano. Hey now. Barnes has to duck out of the way. 3-1 the count to Dylan Barnes. Here's the 3-1. Fastball calling for a strike. Count now full. Full count pitch, fouled. Do it again. 3-2 the count. Nobody out. Runner on first. That being Jake Wessel, who was walked earlier this inning. Here's the payoff pitch. Inside, ball 4. Back-to-back walks by Nick Parado. Puts Wessel on second. Barnes on first for Mason Metz, looking to add to the Redbirds' lead. One 1-0 the count to Metz. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball just a bit high. Make it a 2-0 count. Here's the 2-0. Calling a strike right there. Clips the outside corner. 2-1 the count. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Evens up the count. 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Ground ball. Foul. Right down the first base side. Here's the 2-2. Line drive. It is foul. Easily would have been at least 1 run, maybe even potentially 2 if that lands in fair territory. Redbirds still up by 3 here in the top half of the 3rd inning. Two pitch away. Make it a full count. Wessel on second, Barnes on first. Nobody out. To Mason Metz. Here's the payoff pitch. Ball 4. Throw down to third. He's out at third. It's called strike 3 too. As the umpire made no call, Verdi fired down to third, and they get Wessel. So just like that in 1 pitch, 2 outs, and for Nick Parado, another strikeout. One 1-0 pitch calling a strike, evens up the count 1 apiece. You got Barnes on second, the lone base runner for the Redbirds. Here's the 1-1, ground ball to third, off the head of Adams. Everyone's safe all around, but a scary ground ball hit to Adams. That bounces off of his face. It'll be runners on the corners. We're going to take a quick step aside. Here for now, Redbirds in front, 3-0.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
So we're back here for the top of the third. Ethan Adams is okay and will remain into the game, as he's standing strong at third base. You got Barnes on third, Metcalf on first. Oh, 1 count to Nate Persinger. Check swung, did not go the whole way around as that one was outside. Evens the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. 1-2 now the count to Persinger. Here with 2 outs. Runner goes. A dead ball. That one clipped Persinger. That'll load him up for the second straight inning. There's ducks everywhere here for the Redbirds. Barnes on third, Metcalf at second, Persinger on first. Count is 1-0 to Owen Smith. Prada winds and fires. Foul ball as that one hits the leg of Smith. 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1. Line drive, foul, and out of play. Make it a 1-2 count. Smith 1 for 1 today. Singled last inning. Came in today batting .314. This one a ground ball down the first base line. Stays in the perimeter of the park, but well foul. Count will remain 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Here's a flying ball out the center field. Miller coming in for it. He dives. Did he make the catch? Yes, he did. Ben Miller with a diving catch in center field. Pulls it in and saves a couple runs from scoring for the Redbirds. And like that, we still remain at a 3-0 game. Ben Miller, how do you do it? 2.5 complete innings down. Redbirds lead the Barons 3-0.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Bottom of the third inning, Redbirds in front 3-0. Leading off is the guy who made the diving catch out in center field that saved 2 runs from scoring. That's Ben Miller. A marvelous grab in center field. Coming in for it and making the diving catch to retire Owen Smith. Redbirds left the bases loaded to end the inning. But they still have the lead over the Barons 3-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Miller, a high pop-up. in foul territory. Metcalf drifting over for it. He comes back, and that one's going to fall right in between Pedersen and Metcalf in foul territory. So the count will go 1-1. Or excuse me, yeah, 1-1. Hammer fires down inside for a ball. Make it a 2-1 count. 2-1 pitch, ground ball to Metcalf at third. It gets by him and into left field. Miller will stop a quarter of the way towards second base as he rounded first hard. Leads off with, from the looks of it, an error made by Metcalf. We'll see what the official call is. Yeah, I'm going to pencil in an error. Garrett, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine, but what I will say, it's been a tough inning here for the third baseman with this infield dirt and grass at Flaherty Field.
So it is rolled I guess not an infield single, but a regular single.
A very shallow outfield single.
1-1 pitch to Young, long outside. Makes it a 2-1 count to Young. Miller on first. Barons trail by 3. Troy Bachman on deck. 2-1 pitch, check swung by Young. Did not go the whole way through, as that one was well inside. Hammer asked for an appeal just to be safe. Definitely did not go around. So it's 3-1. Hammer delivers. Pop up here. Very shallow center field. That's going to be caught by Pedersen. F6 for the first out. Brings up Troy Bachman. Troy Bachman batting 199, 191 heading into today. One of 3 Barons players to have over 9 RBIs in double digits. Runner takes off as Bachman swings through that one foul. 0-1 the count, as Miller will have to retreat back to first. Here's the 0-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. 0-2 the count. 1 out, 1 on. Ethan Adams in the on-deck circle. Here's the 0-2. Popped up, foul, and out of play. Do it again, 0-2. From the belt, outside. 1-2 now the count to Bachman. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled out of play. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bachman staying alive. Here's the 1-2, runner takes off. This one's popped up. Bardakos will run over for it. He will make the catch on the warning track right in front of the backstop fence for the second out of the inning. Ben
Miller getting some cardio in there. Stealing second ball gets fouled back, has to run or sprint all the way back, I should say.
You know, when I think of you running back and forth like that, I always think of suicide runs, or the fitness gram pacer test from back in gym class growing up.
Right. The thing about the fitness gram pacer test is that it's not necessarily a sprint, though, per se. If anything, it's the opposite, where, like, you start off
slow, and
then you gradually, it gets quicker, but in turn, as it gets quicker, you're more exhausted. So it's, not necessarily a sprint as much, but the same concept, yes.
It's an 0-2 count to Ethan Adams. Ben Miller still on first base. Here's the 0-2. Ground ball, foul. Count will remain true.
How many foul balls do you think we've seen over the past 30 hours here?
Over 100. Feels like it. Here's the 0-2. This one smacked down to center field. Wessel waiting over towards the track for it, and he will make the catch right in front of the Newcastle Red Hurricane logo out at the batter's eye. We've played 3 complete innings. Barons leave 1 runner on. As they trail by 3, it's 3-0.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel's Tori Atkins as the May Red Zone Female Athlete of the Month for winning her unprecedented 4th consecutive WPIL title in the 400-meter and 200-meter dash, winning 2 other district gold medals, and bringing home state gold in the 400 meters. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner as the May Red Zone Athlete of the Month, after getting gold in the 200-meter and silver in the 100-meter dash. Congratulations to Newcastle's Kayvon Gardner and Laurel's Tori Atkins, the May Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Back here for the top half of the 4th inning, a red zone call to the bullpen as Nick Pirano finishes 3 complete innings, giving up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And now coming into the game is Dennis Fidel.
Make sure you stop by the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all of your county sporting apparel needs. Sporting goods, custom apparel, embroidery, and more. Voted best of the best in Lawrence County.
A 2.58 ERA for Dennis Fidel as this one's grounded to second. Caroli has it. Throw on to first in time for the first out of the inning.
We were talking a lot about deja vu between the first 2 games yesterday. What about this? And this is just a tidbit off the top of my head, but game 2 of the doubleheader yesterday, Zachary Catch exits Nick Magnifico, 1 pitch, 1 out. Today, Nick Parado exits Dennis Fidel, 1 pitch, 1 out. Not exactly the same situation, but roughly the same concept.
Helbling shows bunt, quickly pulls it back. Counts 1-0 to Connor Helbling. Batting 185 on the season. He pulls this one up and foul to even out the count 1 apiece.
With it being a lefty at the plate, and he showed bunt earlier, you got Ethan Adams now on the infield grass. You have to wonder, after taking that baseball to the face last inning, does that mess with you mentally at all?
I think so, a little bit.
Speaking from experience, I know that, like, if I would be taking grounders and one took a bad hop, the next time it's that's what you think. That's stuck in your head, that you know, and even if it doesn't, it could be a perfect roller, but you're now anticipating it taking a bad hop, so now maybe it goes under your glove.
Yeah, I agree, Pete. I've taken one off the face at first base before, and I was never the same at first base ever again after that incident, which caused a fat lip and a bloody nose for me.
Speaking of first base, Helbling will now be standing on it.
A free pass given up by Dennis Fidel, his first walk of the game. Puts Helbling on first base with one out. Brings up the pitcher / designated hitter and Cole Hammer.
Elite name. If we had an all-star team in this league, like an all-team name.
Runner goes for second. Pitches a strike. Throw down to second. It's in time. A.J. Verdi chucks it down to second to Robinson. Put the tag on a running Helbling. Another runner caught stealing by A.J. Verdi. 2 outs in the inning.
But as I was saying about, you know, if there's an all-league name team, like an all-star team, Cole Hammer is there. I think Levi Laser. I mean, Hammer's a pitcher. Lazar's a catcher. That would be an elite battery.
Mm-hmm. And then you have who pitched last game, Ryan Double for Pittsburgh.
The jury's still out on if it's Double or Dublé. Coach Reed and Coach Morrow favored the latter.
Having fun with Ryan Double's last name.
Zachary Catch, not exactly spelled, you know, like you would imagine, but that's got to be up there.
1-2 pitch just misses the zone. Make it a 2-2 count. Fidel thought it was going to be strike 3. It is not.
Malik Metcalf. It's a pretty solid one.
There's tons of great names all across the league, all great faces. This one called strike 3 as Fidel can walk off confidently now with the called strike 3 call. His first strikeout of the game retires the side here for the Barons. We played 3.5 complete. Redbirds still in front, 3-0.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at medorebonnerlaw.com for more information.
Congratulations to our May LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor all of Lawrence County softball as our Lawrence County Team of the Month. Mohawk and Shannikin Union won a softball trifecta of WPIL championships on the same day. Elwood City, Laurel, Shenango, and Wilmington each won playoff games, and Newcastle set program and WPIL records on the softball diamond this year. Congratulations to all of our county softball athletes representing as our May LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Bottom of the 4th inning. Top of the order due up for the Barons in Tommy Caroli, Jake Robinson, and Braden Ziegler. First pitch to Caroli. Fouled back. Oh and 1 the count. Hammer winds and fires. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Quickly now 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Line drive off the glove of Pedersen. Throw to first. That's a wild throw. Here comes Caroli to second. He's hustling in. He slides. He's safe. Into scoring position is Tommy Caroli after a bobble by Pedersen. And then a wild throw by Pedersen past Persinger. And now Caroli into second.
That's the thing about, being an infielder is that you could bobble the ball and you still have time to make up for it. If Pedersen, kind of composed himself more in that moment, made a better throw, Caroli, not only would he not be standing on 2 right now, he might not even be standing on first. And that's why, a lot of the time when a ball's hit, you'll hear guys from the dugout say, "Eat it."
Oh, 1 the count to Jake Robinson. Line drive down the first base side, but foul. Makes it a quick 0-2 count. Barons trail by 3. Caroli on second. Ground ball to short, back to Pedersen. He'll take his time. Scooped up at first by Persinger to retire Robinson, but Caroli advances to third, now 90 feet away from the plate.
Yeah, and that's important for Pedersen to, kind of get a redemption throw there. That one also a bit offline and in the dirt, but counts all the same. And, you hope for him that kind of gets him back on track here.
First pitch breaking ball to Braden Ziegler. Swung on and missed for a strike. Ziegler 1 for 1 today. Singled back in the first inning and got caught stealing going to second. Another breaking ball. This one's a high pop-up. This one's in foul territory to Bardakos. He jumps a little back to make the catch in foul territory for the second out of the inning.
It's really been a tale of 2 games, or 2 days, I should say, here for the Barons. Put up 9 runs in each of their contests yesterday. So far today, 2 runs in the first game of this doubleheader, none so far in this one. So, and that's what we've seen so far this season for the Barons. Sometimes the offense is explosive, and sometimes they struggle.
First pitch popped up and out of play by A.J. Verdi.
But it's important to note that, if you're going to have these bad offensive games, have them now, because come Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you're going to need those explosive ones.
Pitch outside for a ball, 1-1. Verdi 0 for 1, breaking ball right up the middle. Pedersen has it. Throw to first in time. Pedersen, a nice play running over as that one looked like it was heading right up the middle for a base hit. Quickly stopped, and right there after 4 complete, we remain at a 3-0 ball game.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Back here for the top half of the fifth. Redbirds in front 3-0. It's Nolan Bardakos, Jake Wessel, and Dylan Barnes all due up to bat here in the top half of the fifth against Dennis Fidel in his second inning in relief. Fidel's set, delivers the first pitch of the fifth. Pop up and out of play, foul. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball to second. Caroli's there. Short throw to first. In time for the first out of the inning. So the lineup card will flip on over for Jake Wessel. Wessel 0 for 1 in 2 plate appearances today. Fidel kicks, delivers. Breaking ball called a strike. Oh, and 1 the count. Fidel lines and fires again. Just misses off the plate, evens up the count 1 apiece. Wessel batting .224, 5 RBIs, 3 doubles. 1-1 pitch rises away. 2-1 the count. Here's the 2-1 by Fidel. Outside for a ball. 3-1. Fidel fires down the 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for a strike. That'll make the count full. Here's the payoff pitch. Low ball 4. Second free base given up by Dennis Fidel here today. Puts Wessel on first, his second walk of the day. Now Dylan Barnes will step up to bat. Fidel waits, fires back to first base for the pickoff attempt, not there. Wessel with the healthy lead off the first base back. Fidel will fire down. Breaking ball called a strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 from Fidel. Breaking ball again, fouled to the backstop. Makes it an 0-2 count. Throw back to first with the pickoff attempt. Not there. Count still remains 0 balls and 2 strikes to Dylan Barnes. Here's the 0-2, high and away for a ball. Make it a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball foul. Count remains true. Fidel up to 23 pitches here through an inning and a third. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Fidel, another strikeout. His second of the day. Gets Barnes down hacking. Two away here in the 5th. We bring up Mason Metz. First pitch, breaking ball. Runs outside for a ball. Pick off it then back to first. Not there. Want to know the count? Make it 2-0. Mets 0 for 2 today, reached to first base on an error made back in the first inning. It's Jake Wessel on first. Swung by Mets. Let's make it a 2-1 count. Mets coming in today, batting .273. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Fidel evens it back up at 2 apiece. Here's the 2-2. Called, strike 3, back-to-back strikeouts by Dennis Fidel, his 3rd strikeout of the day. And Mets down looking for the 2nd time this game. Ends the top half of the 5th inning. Here with the Redbirds remaining in front over the Barons 3-0 on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builders has been building our community for 70 years.
Bottom half of the 5th inning. Joey Fazone, Josh Reed, Ben Miller all due up to bat here in the 5th. Barons still trail by 3. First pitch just misses the mark by Hammer. 1-0 the count. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Down low for a ball. 2-0 now the count. Zone 0 for 1 today. Flew out to right field and back in the second inning. Nobody on, nobody out. 2-0 pitch well inside. 3-0. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Fastball called for a strike. Zone trying to get on. Really bring these Barons bats alive. Only 2 hits so far. Zone fouls this one off. 3-2. The count is full. Nobody on, nobody out. Here's the payoff pitch from Hammer. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Hammer gets another strikeout. His second strikeout of the day. Gets the first out of the 5th. Josh Reed. Come up. First pitch there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1. Little low and away for a ball. Count's even up 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Low for a ball. 2-1 the count to Josh Reed. Reed is 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to the first baseman. 2-1 pitch called a strike. Evens the count back up to 2-2. Ben Miller on deck. 1 out. Nobody on. Here's the 2-2. Comes inside and hits Reed. Reed is hit by a pitch and will take first base. So that puts a runner on first for Ben Miller, who is 1 for 1 so far. Has one of the Barons' 2 hits this game. This one popped up, right field, foul territory, that falls. Foul. 0-1 the count. Marion Young on deck for the Barons. Cole Hammer up to 59 pitches so far today, through 4 1/3. Hammer fires one down, foul. Oh and 2. Here's the 0-2. This one's popped up to left. Helbling will run in for it and will make that catch in left for the second out of the inning. So with that, that'll bring up Demarion Young. 0 for 1 today. Flew out back in the 3rd. Watches the first pitch go by outside for a ball. Hammer fires one down, called a strike. Evens the count out 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Outside for ball 2. Here's the 2-1. Popped up. Shallow right field. Barnes moves back for it, and he will let Smith make a sliding catch for the 3rd out of the inning. Barons strand one runner on again. Here in the bottom half of the 5th, they still trail by 3 to the Redbirds after 5 complete innings.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve. Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Back here for the top half of the 6th, Dennis Fidel out there for his 3rd inning. Barons still trail by 3. Malik Metcalf, Nate Persinger, Owen Smith all due up to bat here in the top half of the 6th. So far, across the line, Redbirds have 3 runs, 4 hits, and an error. For the Barons, they have 0 runs, 2 hits, and 1 error. First pitch popped up and out of play, foul. Fidel kicks and deals. High and away for a ball. Evens up the count 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball driven down the left field line. It's foul. That ball looked like it was going to land in fair territory, but hooked foul at the last second. Lands just to the left of the left field line. Here's the 1-2. A high fly ball to right field. Bachman puts himself under it and will make the catch for the 1st out of the inning. So that'll bring up Nate Persinger. Nobody on, 1 out for Persinger. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball calling for a strike. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Goes over the head of Adams and into left field. A 1-out base hit for Nate Persinger. He's on base for the 3rd time today. And a runner on first base for Owen Smith. Here's the first pitch to Smith. Runs a little high for a ball.
Tyler, I know you've been mentioning about how you're going to be traveling a decent amount so far this summer. Went to Cleveland not too long ago.
Ground ball to Fazone. Flip the second. It's high. Did he get his foot back on the bag? Yes, he did. Jake Robinson using his athletic ability there to really stretch out and put his foot back on the second base bag to get the force out in Nate Persinger.
But as I was saying, I know you went to Cleveland not too long ago. I believe you said, you're going to New Orleans in a couple weeks?
Yes.
So, been traveling a decent amount. You know, else has been traveling a decent amount? The 3B Barons had that game in Austintown, Ohio, followed by Altoona for a doubleheader the next morning, and then a couple days after that on Tuesday, heading to Natrona Heights, before finally coming back here to Newcastle to wrap up the regular season.
Yeah, what embarked for almost the whole month of July, a 6-game road trip for the Barons. You had the doubleheader at Kiski Valley on July 6th. Then you had the single game at Creekside in Austintown. That resulted in a 7-4 win. And then you were in Altoona the next day. So in Austintown one day, in Altoona the other. That's a lot of travel. As this one hits the roof of the press box, that almost went in to the press box and gave Garrett a heart attack.
I don't get jumpy very often. We've done so many baseball games here, and I have never flinched once. When that ball was hit, I was like, I can't tell if that's going to clear the fence or not. And it hit the very top and came right here and hit the wood of our press box.
Ground ball to first. Fazone has it. He will take it to himself for the third out of the inning. A unassisted ground out to first base keeps this game the same as it has been since the top half of the second inning. It's Redbirds 3, Barons nothing.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Back here for the bottom half of the sixth inning, Troy Bachman will kick us off, and he lines this one well over the head of Helbling. That's to the wall. Here comes Bachman coming into second base standing. A first pitch double by Troy Bachman.
That ball was crushed.
On the very first pitch he sees, crushes it over the head of Helbling. And just like that, a runner in scoring position early on here in the sixth for the Barons.
I thought that one might have had a chance to get out off the bat. I mean, that ball was just hammered. Doesn't get quite that far, but good start to this inning for the Barons.
Ethan Adams will step up to bat. First pitch down low for a ball. If you think that Garrett and I aren't woken up here, we definitely are now after that close call with the baseball that we didn't think was going to be possible.
I mean, like I said, we've done so many games this summer, even in the spring, and how many times have we had a ball hit, directly towards us, our way, and you just stay like a statue? Too many to count. That one, I mean, to be fair, most of the I know that the netting is there, so I don't jump. when the netting isn't there, I have reason to jump.
Well, that was definitely going to hit your side and not mine side here in the press box. There's 2 windows. I have the left window. You have the right window looking out. It just hit just off the roof as Adams smacks this one over Helbling's head. That gets to the wall. Here comes Bachman rounding third. He will score easily, and into second base is Ethan Adams. It's a Toshiba RBI double by Ethan Adams. And just like that, it's 3-1.
Another ball that was just absolutely hammered off the bat. And because of that, we're going to get a mound visit, a UPMC trip to the mound. UPMC Orthopedic Care is Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for sports medicine services. To schedule an appointment at any of our 4 locations in Lawrence County, call 724-983-7000.
Ethan Adams and Troy Bachman both with absolute nukes out to left field to get to the wall over Connor Helbling's head in left field. Now Adams has to go back to second. He is safe.
Tyler, remember yesterday how we were talking about our favorite golfers?
Yes.
Maybe we should start talking about them again, considering how the Barons are teeing off right now.
Well, Scotty Scheffler just won the U.S. Open today, his first title. So we'll see what the Barons bats can do. First pitch to Tommy Caroli in the top of the order for the Barons, called a strike. 0-1 the count.
Talking about 2 different sports where you swing a, trying to think of the word here. You swing something.
A club?
Oh, but that's not
Or a
applicable
bat.
to a bat, though. That's the problem. Like a word that
A croquet?
applies to. Maybe. But regardless,
There's a whole bunch of different stuff you can swing.
You swing something to hit a white ball like that.
Here's a fly ball out towards right center field to Wessel and Smith. Smith will make the catch. Adams will stay put at second base for the first out of the inning.
I thought he was going on that.
Jake Robinson will step in. Represents the tying run here for the Barons as they now trail by 2 thanks to a RBI double by Ethan Adams.
All 3 batters so far this inning have put pretty good swings on the ball. Guess you could say they're hammering off on Cole Hammer.
Hammer up to 74 pitches here on the day through 5 1/3. Here's the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball well outside and off the plate. Count even up 1 apiece. Here's the 1-1. Fly ball to left field. Helbling is there. He will make the catch. Adams cannot tag. 2 away now, and Adams still stranded at second base. Braden Ziegler, 1 for 2 today, has the opportunity to make this a 1-run game. First pitch fouled.
Got a little PTSD there.
It was coming back our way. It was long going over the press box, though. So.
Well, not only, a foul ball back this way, but a foul ball like that where it's just like a little bit of a, floater back that can hit the top of the netting.
0-1 pitch swung on and missed for a strike. 0-2 the count now to Braden Ziegler. A.J. Verdi on deck. 3-1. Breaking ball just ahead of it was Ziegler. Got a piece of it. Count remains true.
If we can stop with these little bloop foul balls, I'd appreciate that. So would my heart.
Garrett has too much PTSD after that one almost hit him. Here's the 0-2, found back again in the same spot as that one leaves the perimeter of the ballpark. Count remains 0-2.
At what point do you make the batters face the other direction?
I have no idea. Here's the 0-2. Down the middle, but well low. For a ball. 1-2 now, the count to Ziegler. Ziegler, the tying run. Here's the 1-2. A soft ground ball to Pedersen. Long throw over to first. That's well over the head. Here comes Adams home. He will score off of the throwing error by Danny Pedersen. And just like that, it's a one-run game. Barons cut the Redbirds lead down from 3 to now 1. It's 3-2. Second error of the game committed by Danny Pedersen. And now the tying run is on first, that being Braden Ziegler.
Well, you know, Tyler, we mentioned how the Barons have already clinched the first seed in the playoffs. So, you know, really, these last 3 games don't matter a whole lot in the regard of seeding and playoffs. But, you know, how huge would it be to not just win this game heading into the playoffs, but have it also be off the bit of a comeback when you're down by 3 in the 6th inning?
Here's the 1-1. This one driven out towards left field. Helbling puts himself under it. He will make the catch in left field, but the Barons score 2 in the inning here to make it a 3-2 game here on to the 7th inning when we come back.
Building Block Baseball is a local organization dedicated to and actively involved in teaching and development of local baseball talent. 3B provides weekly baseball seminars from January through May to enhance local baseball knowledge for players, coaches, and parents. Building Block Baseball is available for one-on-one development programs, team instructions, and group sections. 3B also provides Lawrence County with their own collegiate summer baseball team. The 3B Barons showcase top collegiate baseball talents of the area. Visit buildingblocksbaseball.com for more information and for their free downloadable documents and videos. Whether you're just learning the game, playing in college, or coaching a team, 3B can get you the building blocks of baseball today.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of their locations in Zingleople or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win, proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Back here for the top half of the 7th, Connor Helbling, Cole Hammer, Nolan Bardakos. I'll do up the bat here in the top half of the 7th for the Pittsburgh Redbirds. Dennis Fidel back out there, his 4th inning in relief. Just needs to get 1 out, and then we'll officially have recorded more outs than Nick Parado, who started today, pitched 3 complete innings, and gave up all 3 runs. Here's the first pitch by Fidel. This one smacked into right field, a leadoff base hit here for Connor Helbling.
Could be mistaken, but I don't believe the Barons have anyone loosened up in the pen, so this could just be Dennis Fidel's ball game the rest of the way here.
Fidel up to 41 pitches here in the game. Hammer shows bunt, pitch is well high. So Hammer pulls back the bunt. Count 1-0. Here's the 1-0. Hammer gets a bunt down again. This one's sky high foul. Evens the count 1-1.
At what point do you just invest in a huge piece of netting for the entire field so that quite literally not a single baseball can leave?
That's just one giant case. Throw back to first in time. Dennis Fidel picks off Helbling at first. What a play, and that is the third base runner thrown out either by A.J. Verdi and now Dennis Fidel added to that category here today.
One-run ball game. That is a huge mistake for the Redbirds and a potentially huge play for Dennis Fidel.
So now there's nobody on the base pads at all. Count is 2-1. Here's the 2-1 to Hammer. Called strike 2. Count evened up 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball just off the plate. Count will run full to Hammer.
I tried to frame that one, but well outside.
Nobody on, 1 out, top of the 7th. Redbirds in front, 3-2. Here's the payoff pitch. Fouled out of play. Count remains true.
Count remains the same as the score.
3-2.
Well, hopefully, much like this at bat, the score next inning is 3-3.
Time called by Hammer. Hammer's 0 for 2 today. Struck out back in the 4th. Grounded out in the 2nd. Here's the payoff pitch from Fidel. Popped up and out of play. Foul. Put the counter up. That's 2 foul balls in a row on a full count. Now, one of these games, you and I are going to have to keep track of how many foul balls actually leave the ballpark.
Too many. Quite literally too many to count.
Here's the full count pitch. Outside, ball 4. Hammer is walked and on base for Nolan Bardakos.
Well, like we mentioned, how huge that pickoff at first could loom large. Now it presents, even bigger of a hiccup on the Redbirds, because now you could have 2 on with no outs. Just got 1 on with 1 out. And it looks like we're going to get another courtesy runner for the Redbirds.
It's going to be a pinch runner. Cole Hammer looks like is done for the day as he is taken out of the game, and then comes in Raymond Steer to pinch run.
You say you think his day might be done. You think his pitching day might be done, or just on the base paths?
Definitely his hitting. Because you can't have a courtesy runner for a pitcher, only your catcher. So at least his day hitting is over. Count is 1-0 to Nolan Bardakos. You have Steer on first, representing Cole Hammer. Throw back to first. He's picked off. Throw to second. Into left field. A wild throw. Young will pick it up. He will take his time. Steer is into third base. And just like that, on the play, Steer goes from the right side of the diamond to the left side of the diamond and knocking on the door and adding insurance runs for the Redbirds.
Well, there's the downside of pickoff attempts. That's the second time this inning that Fidel has essentially successfully picked off the runner at first, but that time throw goes into left field, and now the infield will come in for the Barons.
You throw to the plate. if Steer goes home.
Oh, you have to. You have to enter the bottom frame of this inning with the 1-run deficit if you're the Barons.
Here's the 1-1. Just misses off the plate. 2-1 now the count to Bardakos. Here's the 2-1 from Fidel. Breaking ball hit out towards right field. Bachman giving chase for it. He dives. He missed it, but it's foul. A lucky break for Bachman, because if he catches that, you get the second out. But at the same time, that's an easy sacrifice fly there for Bardakos, and Steer scores.
Yeah, if you're Troy Bachman in that situation, once you establish where the foul line is, you let it drop. A phenomenal effort and play there, but as you mentioned, that without a doubt would have proven costly for the Barons if he makes that grab.
Here's the 2-2. Just missed off the plate. Fidel can't believe it, and now the count is full.
Not quite sure where that one was. I'm assuming that home plate umpire thought it was away.
Here's the payoff pitch. Down the middle, found back to the backstop.
Didn't flinch that time.
Nope, but you got your parents to flinch, though.
That's out of my jurisdiction. I redeem myself.
It still looms large in the Dolan family.
But I'm tough, that's all that matters.
3-2 is the count. Here's the payoff pitch from Fidel. Breaking ball. Swung at the third base. That is a foul ball. Steer would have scored easily as he was already at home plate before the ball even got to Ethan Adams. Another lucky break here for the Barons.
Yeah, they had a lucky break with the foul ball down the right field line. Now down the left field line, you get another lucky break. You just have to hope here that he doesn't center it out to Ben Miller.
The count remains full to Nolan Bardakos. Here's the payoff pitch. Down the middle, this one driven over the head of Miller. He waits back for it. He's going to make the catch. No chance to get Steer out as he will score and add an insurance run on the board here for the Redbirds. It's now 4-2.
Do I get some credit there for the bad juju and saying that that ball will be hit out to Ben Miller? Trying to find my words here. It's been a long day.
It has been.
Long 2 days, but
we've been here since 12.
And we were here yesterday from 12 to
8.
8, yeah.
Been a long weekend here at Flaherty Field, but we gotta love it. You gotta love Barons baseball here as the season comes to an end here today, and playoff action for the Barons starts on Wednesday.
I would love it a lot more if they were winning.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one's popped up. Bachman will run over for it, and that falls in between Fazone, Bachman, and Tommy Caroli. A 2-out single here for Jake Wessel.
That was a great throw at second. Obviously, it doesn't matter, but can't tell if that was Caroli, Fazone, or Bachman, but whoever threw that ball had an absolute cannon over to second, would have for sure been the third out of the inning.
There's still 2 outs in the inning. Dylan Barnes now up to bat. Wessel on first. Redbirds in front by 2. Here's a line drive into center field and there for a base hit. Back-to-back singles hit by the Redbirds' top 2 hitters in Wessel and Barnes.
Wish it was the Barons.
Bring up Mason Metz with 2 on and 2 out. Dennis Fidel and company looking to get out of the inning, just giving up the 1 run. Having to fight their way to score 2. First pitch down in the dirt. Here's the 1-0 by Fidel. Breaking ball. Calling for a strike. What a beautiful pitch that was there by Fidel.
Frame it in the Louvre. Put it right next to the Mona Lisa.
Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball skips away from Verni. He will not throw as both runners advance on the pass ball. And now into scoring position.
Just need that last out right here.
It's a 2-1 count to Mason Metz. Metz is 0 for 3 today. Here's the 2-1 fastball right there down the middle for a strike. Evens up the count 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Just off the plate. Count runs full to Metz. Here's the full count pitch. Ball 4. That'll load them up. There's ducks everywhere for the Redbirds. Wessel on third, Barnes at second, Metz on first from the cleanup hitter, Malik Metcalf. First pitch ground ball to Robinson at short. He has it. Underhand throw to second. In time to get the force out at second. And the Barons get out of the inning, only giving up the 1 run. They need 2 runs. You have Joey Fazone, Josh Reed, Ben Miller all due up to bat. Barons need 2. It's 4-2 heading into the bottom of the 7th.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet. GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM building.
Back here for the bottom half of the 7th, Jason Malley will pinch hit here for Joey Fazone. Barons need 2 to tie. Comebacker just missed off the glove of Hamrat. Changed directions. Malley running over. It gets by the first baseman, Persinger. And Malley's into first base.
Doesn't have to be pretty. Just needs to work, and works there for Jason Malley. Tying run now coming up to bat and Josh Reed. It looks like Giovanni Ricasci's going to come in to pinch run for Malley.
It's a throwing error by Barnes. First pitch found back to the backstop. 0-1 the count to Josh Reed.
No flinch. You know, if anything, I was more comfortable when that ball was hit back here than I am right now. Stone cold killer. See, that one worried me more.
Mm-hmm.
because, you know, I don't want my car to get hit. So I worried more about that than myself.
It's no 2 count to Reed. He just gets a piece of that one. Count remains true, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Down low. They get a 1-2 count. Here's the 1-2. A short hopper to short. Throw to second for 1. Long throw to first, not in time. Reed legs it out. But Manley out on the force out to second from Pedersen to Barnes. 1 away here in the 7th.
It looks like maybe Callan Durbin's going to come into this ball game. Got Ben Miller up right now. Perhaps Durbin coming in for Demarion Young. And then looks like that's going to be the case.
First pitch to Ben Miller popped up in foul territory, and that one gets out of play. It'll be an 0-1 count. One pitch called a strike. Quickly now down in the count, 0-2. Here's Miller. Here's the 0-2. Foul ball. Just barely got a piece of it. Staying alive. Miller represents the tying run. Barons just need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Low and away for a ball. 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2, a pop up to left field. Helbling is there. He has it for the second out of the inning. Barons down to their final gasp. Callan Durbin will come in and pinch hit. First pitch there for a strike to Durbin. 0-1 the count. You have Bachman on deck if it gets there. Cole Hammer fires one down. Inside for a ball. Evens out the count, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Inside, gets away from Bardankos. Here comes Reed to second. The throw to second, not in time. Reed's into second. Off of the pass ball.
That play at second was a lot closer than I thought it would have been.
Reed got there to second. Durbin ahead in the count, 2-1. Here's the 2-1. Ground ball to second. Barnes has it. Short throw to first in time, and that is your ball game. The Pittsburgh Redbirds come into Flaherty Field and end the regular season with a doubleheader sweep over the Barons. They take game 2, 4-2 here in this one. Five to 2 game 1 final. 4-2 your final here in game 2. And with that, both seasons are over. And now the playoffs loom large. Coming up next, we'll explain a little bit more of what the matchups are going to be across the NABA Collegiate League. as well as we wrap this up with the Tri-County Principals postgame show. We'll take a quick break for now, but the Redbirds win this one 4-2.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at MedoreBonnerLaw.com for more information.
Building Block Baseball is a local organization dedicated to and actively involved in teaching and development of local baseball talent. 3B provides weekly baseball seminars from January through May to enhance local baseball knowledge for players, coaches, and parents. Building Block Baseball is available for one-on-one development programs, team instructions, and group sections. 3B also provides Lawrence County with their own collegiate summer baseball team. The 3B Barons showcase top collegiate baseball talents of the area. Visit buildingblocksbaseball.com for more information and for their free downloadable documents and videos. Whether you're just learning the game, playing in college, or coaching a team, 3B can get you the building blocks of baseball today.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Welcome in for our Tri-County Principals post-game show. The Pittsburgh Redbirds defeat the Barons here in Game 2 of today's doubleheader, 4-2, and take both games in the doubleheader, winning Game 1 5-2, and now Game 2 4-2. Let's take a look at our Creative Edge scoring recap, see who had the edge today. Top of the first of the second inning, 3 runs come across the score for the Redbirds as Percy Jury hits a single, followed by Owen Smith and Danny Peterson each get singles, all bringing in each other, except for Peterson as he came in off of a pass ball when Cole Hammer was up to bat, make it a 3-0 game. Then you flash forward here to the top of the bottom of the 6th inning, still 3-0 at this point. Troy Bachman hits a double, followed by Ethan Adams hits a double himself to bring in Troy Bachman, make it a 3-1 game. Then later on, Braden Ziegler makes it in off of an E6 to help bring in Ethan Adams from second base to make it a 3-2 game. Then top of the 7th inning, Cole Hammer walks, gets on first base, and off of a throwing error made by Joey Fizzone, gets over to third base, and then it is Nolan Bardenkos hits a sacrifice fly to get the insurance run to make it a 4-2 game. Then with that, that's all the scoring there was. Nick Pirano pitched 3 complete innings and start for the Barons. Dennis Fidel pitched the final 4 innings in relief. On the other side of things for the Redbirds, Cole Hammer pitched the whole complete 7 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, and 2 strikeouts for Cole Hammer here today. In a game time that lasted 1 hour and 54 minutes, so a game that lasted just 5 minutes shorter than Game 1 did. Cole Hammer will pick up the win, improve to a 1-1 record. Parado gets the loss, goes to a 3-1 record this season. So with all that being said, let's take a look at what the playoff bracket will look like. So I have the standings all up to date for all 8 teams. So it gets separated into 2 divisions between the Tri-State Collegiate League and the Rust Belt League. So with that being said, the Barons will get the bye due to the Kiski Valley Vikings have forfeited a couple of their games, which puts them ineligible for the playoffs. So the Barons will get the first round bye out of the Rust Belt League. So that means the Cummings Motors of Altoona will host the Allegheny Athletics on Tuesday at Altoona, and the winner of that game will play here on Wednesday at Flaherty Field at 5:30. On the other side of the bracket, the Butler Iron Bucks won the Tri-State Collegiate League, so they will host the Creekside Crocodiles, and then the Trafford Crazy Train will host the Pittsburgh Redbirds, even after the Redbirds' 2 wins here today at Flaherty Field. So it's Crazy Train versus Redbirds, and then Iron Bucks versus Vikings. All that will be on Tuesday. And then again, that winner against the Motors and the Athletics will play here at Flaherty Field against the Barons in the semifinals on Wednesday. All that being said, special thanks to our 2025 sponsors here for the 3B Barons. Visit Lawrence County United Independent Living Solutions, Castle Mold and Toll Company, Ed Urain, Pizza Joe's, Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company, Turco's Pizza, Renee Dean from Howard Hanna, Newcastle Belco Federal Credit Union, the BWP Bat Company, Body Structure Fitness, TJ Digital Marketing, Capable Kids, Luis Pomerico Law, Preston Auto Group, the Turvo Masonry, Roger M. and William F. DeCarbo Funeral Home, Run the Show Basketball, the Larry Kelly Baseball Foundation, Frank's Card World, Hayden Group, and El Cap. It's been a terrific season here for the 3B Barons here as they finish the regular season record with a 21-9-1 overall record here on the season. And it's been a great season at that, one of the best here in Barons history since they were established back in 2022. Their best season ever was actually last season where they went 21-12. While they matched that win total this year, went 21-9-1. So your final line score, Redbirds 4 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors, 9 men left on base. For the Barons, 2 runs, 4 hits, 2 errors, 5 men left on base. Again, for myself, Tyler Aaron, alongside Garrett Dolan. That'll do it for the Barons regular season. We'll be back on Wednesday as we await the winner of the first round playoff matchup between the Cumming Motors of Altoona and the Allegheny Athletics. Again, the Redbirds win this one 4-2 here in Game 2 and in Game 1 5-2. We will see you all back here at Flaherty Field on Wednesday for some playoff baseball.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball